Okay, we will call to order this Powell River Regional Hospital Board meeting on Thursday, September 29th, 2022 at 6:15 p.m. And I'm very grateful to acknowledge that we are all within the traditional territory of Tla'amin Nation. Welcome, everyone. We have an agenda before us. Are there any changes to the agenda? Not seeing anybody jumping up and down and waving. Someone would like to move the agenda? Okay, Director Fall, Director McCormick. And I will just mention that Director Luofo has sent regrets. There is an event this evening, so a director from Tla'amin will not be with us tonight. But everyone else is here, and Director Gisborne is on the Zoom. So all in favor of the agenda? Carried unanimous. Thank you. We've got the minutes from the Regional Hospital Board meeting on April 29th, 2022. Are there any changes to that agenda? Minutes? Move adoption of the minutes, okay, and Director Fall. So that was Director Dowd and Director Fall. Any discussion on those minutes? Seeing no hands, all in favor? No, carried unanimous, great. So we have no delegation and inquiries, no unfinished business, no correspondence, chair's report. Well, I don't have a lot to report. I did want to, I'll just update that the TexAda green armband, people reached out to me again just to set up a meeting with the hospital. So it's an amazing program that TexAda volunteers have put together to try to help TexAda residents when they end up at the hospital and may not have the resources to get back to TexAda when they're discharged. So they just want to get that information across to the people at the hospital. So just have been kind of helping with that for a bit. Yeah, other than that, there's not a lot to report. I just wanted to thank everyone. This is my last meeting as the chair of the hospital board, and it's been a really good term. And I just really thank the board members and the staff for making it so easy for me to do what I had to do. And yeah, I'm really grateful to everyone for their time and their commitment to the role. So that's pretty much all I have to say. Director McCormick.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I just want to say thank you very much for your help with the green armband program. We had people from TexAda being discharged in the middle of the night with no resources, no money, sometimes no shoes, and establishing this program so that people at the hospital know who they are and they can be, more appropriately managed and not discharged, with nothing. So you stepped in a couple of times, so I just want to say thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's a great program. It's nice to see the volunteers, stepping up and being innovative and finding a solution to something. So yeah. Okay, so that's all I had for that. And we have a consent agenda. So there are a few items on the consent agenda, 8.1 to 8.4. There's no one pulling anything from the consent agenda. Oh, Director Gisborne.
Thank you, Chair. I would like to pull item 8.4.
8.4. Okay, anything else to be pulled from the consent agenda? Seeing no hands, so motion to move the consent agenda. Director Brabazon, Director Fall. Any discussion on the consent agenda? Seeing no hands, all in favor? Carried unanimous. So we are on to 8.4, the proposed regional hospital district name change engagement results. Director Dowd.
I'd like to move the motion in the package.
Okay, Director Dowd moves the motion and Director Fall seconds the motion. Director Gisborne.
Oh, thank you, Chair. This has given me a lot of thought and a lot of anxiety over several years. I really believe a name should reflect the views of the community. Having government impose its will on a community without meaningful and adequate consultation, I think, is how we ended up, dividing our communities. At this time, I feel, well, when I ran for office, I felt I was running to represent the whole community. And when it comes to this decision, I am torn because I feel that the community is torn. There's still much work to do to mend the gap. I believe that the regional hospital district is in a very unique position. It is the only level of government in our community that represents all three of our local governments, Tla'amin Nation, the rural electoral areas, and the city of Powell River. I really believe in my gut that the answer to the name change is that we should continue the discussion. I have been aware of the concerns on both sides, and I believe that the conversation is starting to mend that gap, but there's still a lot of resentment among various parties. And I really want to find a way to bridge that gap and bring us together. One of the things that keeps coming up when I talk to the community is the regional district's public engagement when we first moved to changing the name to Cathet. At the time, I was just a member of the public. And during that process, I was quite upset to find my personal opinions published on the regional district website without my consent. So at that time, I filed a complaint to the district. And after that complaint was dismissed by the district, I filed a complaint to the OIPC. It was found by the OIPC that the process had contravened the Freedom of Information and Privacy Protection Act. The details can be found in OIPC file F18-73732. Since I was elected, I believe I have continued to experience some level of backlash for filing that complaint. I believe that other residents of the community have also felt some level of hostility. And to be clear, I do not believe that there is any fault on behalf of the Tla'amin Nation, and there should be no hostility by anyone directed at the Tla'amin Nation for the issues found in that process. But that process, I was hearing people were hesitant to participate in the regional hospital district process because they felt that, well, maybe we're going to go down the same road. And I want to really thank staff that we didn't go down this road this time. We did it right. But there's still people that they didn't feel comfortable reaching out and communicating. So I believe that what we should do is two things. That the board should direct staff to conduct further public engagement regarding the proposed name change, and that the regional hospital district request the Cathet Regional District to issue a written apology to every member of the public that had their personal information disclosed without their consent, to try and bridge that gap. And I want to hear from the rest of the Assembly on their thoughts and ideas on how to mend the relationship and how to bridge that gap. And my final point of concern is tonight, the representative from Tla'amin Nation is not able to attend. And I have always heard that we shouldn't, make these decisions without, our Indigenous neighbors being here with us. So if we postpone it until our Tla'amin friends and neighbors can attend to hear what they have to say, I would be very happy, because this is one large, beautiful, wonderful community. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Director. We have heard from Tla'amin Nation on a couple of different occasions that the Tla'amin Nation is very much in favor of the name change to Cathet Regional Hospital District. Any other comments on the motion? Seeing no hands, all in favor? Any opposed? Carried. Thank you. So we have no other resolutions, no reports, no bylaws, no business, new business. So it's question period. And I don't think we have, do we have the peak on? I can't tell. No. Peak is not online?
Sure.
Yes.
I apologize, I have to leave because I have a conflict.
Sorry, for question period?
Yes, leave.
I'm just leaving the meeting because I have a conflict with another meeting.
Oh, conflicting, yeah, okay. We're
apologizing for leaving at this point.
we're adjourned at 6:25. Thank you, everyone.